I have a couple of questions for Representative Schiff now from mixed earners who will unfortunately not be able to receive the MEUC benefit despite experiencing income loss. And I wanted to make sure we get to include their voices in this conversation. I know there's so much we're trying to cover today, but I would love to transition now to welcoming our friend Janice. Janice, if you don't mind, please just introducing yourself briefly to the Congressman.
Hi, Congressman Schiff. My name is Janice Robinson. I'm a mixed earner. I'm a single mom with two daughters, 12 and 18. My 18-year-old is legally blind. She lost her vision 3 years ago. I'm an international singer-songwriter. I live in Naples, Florida, but I'm originally from Garfield, New Jersey. I lost my entire income, 75% of my income, from concerts performing around the world. It was about 75%. And now with COVID, I don't have that income anymore. I began substitute teaching because I realized, the educational stage is a place where I could shine and I could make a difference and I could pour into the lives of the young people who will be future people in society. And they will grow up hopefully being inspired by my story, my ability to come back from being on stage to walking in the classroom. The reality is that 8 years ago, I started substitute teaching because the income of music royalties and everything and shows and waiting to get the gig and not get the gig, it just kept going up and down. Now with COVID, I find myself driving Uber, substitute teaching, just to survive this. I was very emotional hearing Karen's story because, when my daughter lost her vision, that was one type of pandemic where we lived in a hospital for 3 months. And I didn't qualify for a lot of these programs because my income in 2019 was literally all shows. And, I live in the state of Florida. So right now I'm driving and teaching, and I'm driving and I'm teaching, and I'm staying hopeful. But my biggest concern, I think you touched on it, is I have to go now back and try and earn a new degree so I can be a permanent teacher. I have the qualifications to substitute teach, but I'm now finding myself, I need to have my own classroom. I need to make this pivot because with my daughter having this disability, I am now working doubly hard for her and to provide the life that I built over the last 30 years. My question is the debt. I'm drowning. I'm about to be drowned. I'm putting her through college and about to put myself back in college. Is there going to be some type of student loan, debt relief? And what's your position on it?
Well, thank you, Janice, for sharing your story and your family story. I can't imagine how challenging a year it's been for you and Karen and so many millions of others. I think there will be student debt relief. I think the big question is how much, and it seems like the range is anywhere from 10 to 50,000. You may have seen recently that the president was asked at a CNN town hall about using his executive power to forgive 50,000 of debt. He pretty directly ruled it out. But there was a statement, I think, issued by the White House after, which left a little more wiggle room, that the administration was going to ask the Justice Department after the Attorney General is confirmed, what authority the president has to forgive debt. But I think whether the president feels that he can do that on his own, or Congress needs to act, we ought to act to help people, number one, help people afford to get a higher education if that's their career path and that's what they need to do to succeed. And number two, for those that have incurred enormous debt that is putting a crushing burden on them that they just can't get out from under. There ought to be provision for debt forgiveness. And I would support forgiving up to $50,000 worth of student debt. So I also think we need to explore more opportunities for free college education. And also to bring downward pressure on tuition so that everyone can afford a higher education. So I think all of that needs to take place. We need to help those that already have the crushing debt, and prospectively going forward, we need to help people be able to afford to get the education they need.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My daughter is in college, and I'm returning to school this summer, and just moving forward as a substitute teacher, Uber driver. I mean, I'm just doing what I have to do, but ultimately my job has always been to sing and write songs that encourage and inspire and uplift people. And not being able to do that right now, it's a heartbreaking. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all you do. And I will keep you in my prayers.
Thank you. And right back at you.